following video is a really amateur try on the behalf of Funlish on enacting a Shakespearean play, The Tempest. We all tried to bring out the best with what we had in hand in this current pandemic and lockdown situation, and we all hope that everyone will like it.
In Act 2, Scene 1, Alonso, the king of Naples, his brother Sebastian, his old counselor, Gonzalo, his associates, Adrian and Francisco, and Antonio, the ruler of Milan, have all landed in a desolated island. They were on their way back from Tunis after attending Alonso's daughter Claribel's wedding when a massive tempest struck their ship and they got shipwrecked. But they have no idea that this tempest has been created by magician Prospero, who is also rightful Duke of Milan. In another part of the island, Prospero has already informed his daughter, Miranda, how exactly Antonio and Alonso had conspired against them and had thrown him from his kingdom. The island is full of magical spirits or deadly deformed creature, and there's so much of magic there. There is romance brewing between Alonso's son Ferdinand and our beautiful Miranda. Alonso thinks his son is dead. Gonzalo tries to console him, and Antonio and Sebastian are up to something. Welcome to Act 2, Scene 1 of The Tempest.
Beseech you, sir, be merry. You have, 'cause so have we all. Of joy, for our escape is much beyond our loss. Our hint of woe is common. Every day some sailor's wife, the masters of some merchant, and the merchant have just our theme of woe. But for the miracle, our preservation, few in millions can speak like us. Then wisely, good sir, weigh our sorrow with our comfort.
Prithee, peace!
He receives comfort like cold porridge.
Visitor, will not give him over so.
Look, he's winding up the watch of his wit. By and by, it will strike.
Sir,
Come, tell.
when every grief is entertained that's offered comes to the entertainer.
$1.
A donor comes to him indeed. Is spoken truer than you supposed.
I've taken it wiselier than I meant you should.
Therefore, my lord,
Fie! The spendthrift is he, stunk.
I prithee spare!
well, I have done. But yet,
He will be talking.
Which of he or Adrian, for a good wager, first begins to crow?
The old cock.
The cockerel,
Done. The wager?
a laughter.
A match.
Though this island seems desert,
Ha ha ha.
So you're paid.
uninhabitable, and almost inaccessible,
Yet,
yet
He could not miss it.
must needs be of subtle, tender, and delicate temperance.
Temperance was a delicate witch.
And as subtle as he most learnedly delivered,
Air breathes upon us most sweetly.
as if it had lungs and rotten ones.
Or, as it were, perfumed by a friend.
Here is everything advantageous to life.
True, save means to live.
Of that, there's none or little.
How lush and lusty the grass looks. How green.
The ground, indeed, is tawny.
With an eye of green in it.
He misses. Not much.
No, he doth, but mistake the truth totally.
But the rarity of it is, which is almost beyond credit.
As many vouched rarities are.
The garments, being as they were, drenched in the sea, whole notwithstanding their freshness and gloss, being rather new dye than stained with salt water.
If but one of his pockets could speak, would it not say he lies?
Or very falsely pocket of his report.
Methinks our garments are now as fresh as when we first put them on in Africa. At the marriage of King's fair daughter, Claribel, to the King of Tunis.
It was a sweet marriage, and we prosper well in our return.
Tunis was never graced before with such a paragon to their queen.
Not since widow Joe's time.
Widow? A box of it. How came the widow in? Widow, dido.
What if he had said widow or Aeneas too? Good lord, how would you take it?
Widow Dido said you? You make me study of that. She was of Carthage, not of Tunis.
This Tunis, sir, was Carthage.
Carthage?
I assure you, Carthage.
His work is more than the miraculous harp.
He hath raised the world and houses too.
What impossible matter will he make easy next?
I think he will carry this island home in his pocket and give it to his son for an apple.
And sowing the kernels of it in the sea, bring forth more islands.
Aye,
Why? In good time.
sir. We were talking that our garments seem now as fresh as when we were at Tunis, at the marriage of your daughter, who is now queen.
And the rarest that ever came there.
Wait, I beseech you, widow Dido.
Oh, widow dido? Hey, widow dido.
Is not. Sir, my doublet, as fresh as the first day I wore it. I mean, in a sort.
That sort was well fished for.
When I wore it at your daughter's marriage.
You cramp these words into my ears against the stomach of my sense. Would I had never married my daughter there, for hence my son is lost. And in my red cheek too, who is so far removed from Italy, I would never again shall see her. Oh, my heir of Naples and Milan, what strange fish hath made dinner on thee?
Sir, he may lead. I saw him with the surges under him and ride upon their backs. He trod the water, whose enmity he flung aside, and breasted the surges more swollen that met him. His bold head, by the contentious waves he kept, oared himself in good arms in lasty stroke toward the shore. That over his well-worn bases bowed, and stooping to relieve him, I not doubt he came alive to land.
No, he's gone.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss. that would not bless our Europe with your daughter, but rather lose her to an African, where she at least is banished from your eye, who had cause to wear the grief on it.
Prithee, peace.
You were kneeled to and importuned otherwise by all of us. The fair soul herself weighed between loathness and obedience, at which end of the beam should bow. We have lost your son, I fear, forever. Milan and Naples have more widows in them of this business's making than you bring men to comfort them. The fault is your own.
So is the dearest Othello's.
My Lord Sebastian, the truth you spoke doth lack some gentleness, and time to speak it in. You have the sword when you should bring the plaster.
Very well.
And most Gerardianly.
This foul weather in us all, good sir. When you are cloudy.
Foul weather.
Very foul.
If I had the plantation of this isle, my lord,
You'd sow it with nettle seed.
Or Dr. Mellows.
and with the king on it, what would I do?
Escape being drunk for want of wine.
In the Commonwealth, I would by contraries execute all things. For no kind of traffic would I admit. No name of magistrate, let us should not be known. Riches, poverty, and use of service, none. Contract, succession, bond of land, tilth, vineyard, none. No use of metal, corn or wine or oil, no occupation. All men, idle. All and women too, but innocent and pure. No sovereignty.
Yet, he would be king on it.
The latter end of his commonwealth forgets the beginning.
All things in common, nature should produce without sweat or endeavour. Treason, felony, sword, pike, knife, gun, or need of any engine would I not have. But nature should bring forth of its own all poison, all abundance to feed my innocent people.
No marrying among his subjects?
None, man. All idle, whores and knaves.
I would with such perfection govern, sir, to excel the golden age.
Save his majesty!
Long live Gonzalo!
And do you mark me, sir?
Prithee, no more. Thou dost talk nothing to me.
I do well believe, your highness, and did it to minister occasion to these gentlemen, who are of such sensible and nimble lungs that they always used to laugh at nothing.
It was you we laughed at.
Who, in the kind of merry fooling, am nothing to you, so you may continue and laugh at nothing still.
What a blow was there given?
And it had not fallen flat long.
To a gentleman of brave metal, he would lift the moon out of his sphere if it would continue in it 5 weeks without changing.
We would sow and then go a bat falling.
Nay, good my lord, be not angry.
I warrant you, I will not adventure my discretion so weakly. Will you laugh me? Will you laugh me asleep? For I'm very heavy.
Go sleep and hear us.
What? also soon asleep. I wish my eyes would with themselves shut up my thoughts. I hope they're inclined to do so.
Please you, sir, do not omit the heavy offer of it. It seldom visits sorrow. When it doth, it is a comforter.
We too, my lord, will guard your person while you take your rest and watch your safety.
Thank you, wondrous, heavy.
What a strange drowsiness possesses them.
It is the quality of the climate.
Why doth it not then our eyelids sink? I find not myself disposed to sleep.
Nor I. My spirits are nimble. They fell together all as by consent. They dropped as by a thunderstroke. What mind, worthy Sebastian? Oh, what mind? No more. And yet, methinks I see it in thy face, what thou shouldest be. My strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head.
What? Art thou waking?
Do you not hear me speak?
I do, and surely it is a sleepy language, and thou speakest out of thy sleep. What is it thou didst say? It is a strange repose to be asleep with eyes wide open, standing, speaking, moving, and yet so fast asleep.
Noble Sebastian, thou let thy fortune sleep die, rather winkest while thou art waking.
Thou dost snore distinctly. There is meaning in thy snores.
I am more serious than my custom. You must be so too. You feed me, which to do trebles the over.
Well, I'm standing water.
I will teach you how to flow.
Do so. To ape hereditary sloth instructs me.
If you but knew how you the purpose cherish, why does you mock it? How in stripping it, you more invest it. Erring men, indeed, most often do so near the bottom run by their own fear or sloth.
Prithee, say on. The setting of thine eye and cheek proclaim a matter from thee, and a birth indeed, which throws thee much to yield.
Thus, sir, although this lord of weak remembrance, this who shall be of as little memory when he is earth, hath here almost persuaded, for he is a spirit of persuasion, only professes to persuade the king his sons alive. 'Tis as impossible that he is unround as he that sleeps here swims.
I have no hope that he is undrowned.
Oh, out of that no hope, what great hope have you? No hope that way is another way, so high a hope that even ambition cannot buy us a wing beyond, but doubt discovery there. Will you grant with me that Ferdinand is drowned?
He is gone.
Then tell me, who is the next heir of Naples?
Claribel.
She that is Queen of Tunis. She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life. She that from Naples can have no lot unless the sun were post. The man in the moon's too slow, till newborn chins be rough and reasonable. She that from whom we all were sea swallowed, person cast again, and by that destiny to perform an act whereof what's past is prologue. what to come in yours and my discharge.
What stuff is this? How say you? It is true my brother's daughter is Queen of Tunis, so is she of Naples. Twixt which regions there is some space.
A space whose every cubit seems to cry out, how shall that Claribel measure us back to Naples? Keep in Tunis and let Sebastian wake. Say, this were death that had now seized them. Why? They were no worse than now they are. There be that can rule Naples as well as he that sleeps. Lords that can prate as amply and unnecessarily as this Gonzalo. I myself could make a chow of as deep chat. Oh, that you bore the mind that I do. What a sleep for this, for your advancement. Do you understand me?
Methinks I do.
And how does your content tender your own good fortune?
I remember you did supplant your brother Prospero.
True. And look how well my garments sit upon me, much feeter than before. My brother's servants were then my fellows. Now they are my men.
But for your conscience?
Yes, sir. Where lies that? If it were a guide, it would put me to my slipper. But I feel not the state in my bosom. 20 consciences that stand twixt me and Milan, candid be they, and melted immolest. Here lies your brother, no better than the earth he lies upon. If he were that which now he is like, that's dead, mine, with this obedient steed. 3 inches of it can lay to bed forever, whilst you, doing thus, to the perpetual wing foray, might put this ancient morsel to serve prudence, who should not upbraid our ghosts. For all the rest, they'll take suggestion as a cat laps milk. They'll tell the clock to any business that we say befits the hour.
My case, dear friend, shall be my precedent. As thou gotst Milan, I'll come by Naples. Draw thy sword. One stroke shall free thee from the tribute which thou payest, and I, the king, will love thee.
Draw together. And when I rear my hand, do you the like to fall it on Gonzaga.
Oh, but one word.
My master, through his art, foresees the danger that you, his friend, are in, and sends me forth, for else his project dies, to keep them living. While you here do snoring lie, open-eyed conspiracy, his time daunting. If of life you keep a care, shake off slumber and beware. Awake, awake.
Then let us both be sudden.
Now, good angels, preserve the king.
Why? Oh, awake? Why are you drawn? Wherefore this ghastly looking?
What's the matter?
While we stood here securing your repose, we heard a hollow burst of bellowing, like bulls or rather lions. Did it not wake you? It struck my ear most terribly.
I heard nothing.
Oh, it was a din to fright a monster's ears, to make an earthquake. Sure, it was the roar of a whole herd of lions.
Heard you this, Gonzalo?
Upon mine honor, sir, I heard a humming, and that a strange one too, which did awake me. I shaked you, sir, and cried. As mine eyes opened, I saw the weapons drawn. There was a noise that verily 'tis best we stand upon our guard, or that we quit this place. Let's draw our weapons.
Let off these grounds. Let's make further search for my poor boy.
Heavens keep him from these beasts, for he is sure thine.
Lead away.
Prospero, my lord, shall know what I have done. So, king, go safely on to seek thy son.
After Act 2, Scene 1, there has been a twist in the tale. Caliban, Prospero's half-human, half-beast servant, has decided not to serve him anymore. Want of more wine makes him submissive to a drunken trinculo, and he decides to serve him instead. We have already seen that there are so many conspiracies brewing. Brother against brother, servant against master. Now it's time for some romance. Ferdinand is upset thinking his father is dead. Moreover, Prospero has burdened him with menial and derogatory tasks to test his love for Miranda. Miranda, on the other hand, tries her best to console and comfort him. In this kind of situation, love is brewing between Ferdinand and Miranda. Prospero stands at one side and rejoices at how well his plans are working. Love is in the air. Welcome to Act 3, Scene 1 of The Tempest.
Their basal sports are painful, and their labors delight in them set off. Some kinds of baseness nobly undergone. Often, most poor matters point to reach ends. This, my mean task, is as heavy as odious. But the mistress I serve quickens what's dead and makes my labors pleasures. Oh, she's 10 times more gentle than her father scrubbed. He's composed of harshness. I have to pile some thousands of these logs, pile them up upon a sore injunction. My mistress weeps when she sees me work and says, some baseness never like executor. I forget, but these thoughts even refresh my labors. Most busiest when I do it.
I pray you, work not so hard. I wish the lightning had burned up all those logs which you are enjoying to pile. Pray, set it down and rest you. When it burns, it will weep for having wearied you. My father is hard at study. Pray now and rest yourself. He is safe for these 3 hours.
Most dear mistress, the sun will set before I shall discharge what I strive to do.
You sit down, I will bear your logs, Sivai. Pray give me that. I will carry it to the bath.
No, precious creature. I had rather crack my sinews, break my back, than you should dishonor undergo, while I sit lazy by.
Become me as well as it does to you. And I should do it with much more ease, for my goodwill is innate and yours disguised.
Poor worm, thou art infected. This visitation shows it.
You look fairly.
Oh, noble mistress, it is fresh morning when you are by at night. I do beseech you, chiefly I might set it in my prayers. What is your name?
Miranda. Oh, my father, I have broke your haste to say so.
Admired Miranda. Indeed, the top of admiration, worth what's dearest to the world. Full many a lady I have eyed, with best regard, and many a times the harmony of their tongue hath into bondage brought my too diligent ear. For many virtues I have liked many women, but never any with so full soul. But some defect in her did quarrel with the noblest grace she owned, and put it to the fire. But you, oh you, so perfect, so peerless, are created of every creature's best.
Do not know one of my sex. No woman's face I remember save from my glass mine own. Nor I have seen more that I may call men than you. My good friend and my dear father, how features and abroad I am skilless of. But by my modesty, the jewel of my doer, I would not wish any companion in the world but you. Nor can imagination form a shape besides yourself to like of. But I prattle something too widely, and my father precepts I therein do forget.
I am in my condition, Miranda, a prince and a king. I would not so. I would no more endure such wooden slavery than to suffer the flesh fly blow to my mouth. Hear my soul speak. The instant I saw you, my heart that did fly to your service. There resides it to make a slave to it. For your sake, I am this patient log man.
Do you love me?
O heaven, O earth, bear witness to this sound, and crown what I profess with kind event. If I speak true and haughtily in word, what best boded in me to mischief, beyond what else in the world, I do love, prize, and honor you.
Fool to weep at what I am glad of.
Fair encounter of two most rare affections. Heavens rain grace on that which breathe between them.
Wherefore whip you?
Mine unworthiness, that dare not offer what I desire to give, and much less take what I shan't I to want. But this is trifling, and the more it tries to hide it, so the greater bulk it shows. Hence, bashful cunning and promise me the plain and holy innocence. I shall be your wife if you will marry me. If not, I will be your maid. To be your fellow if you may deny me, I will be your servant whether you will or no.
My mistress, dearest, and I thus humble ever.
My husband then.
With a heart as willing as bondage ever of freedom, here is my hand.
And mine, with my heart in it. Farewell, till half an hour hence.
Thousand.
So glad of this, as they I cannot be, who are surprised withal, but my rejoicing at nothing can be more. I'll do my book, for yet ere supper time must I perform much business appertaining. My master through his art foresees the danger that you, his friend, are in, and sends me forth, for else his project dies.
I pray thee.
Oh, most dear mistress, I shall.
Claribel.
Nor I. My spirits are nimble. They fare together, all as by consent. They dropped as by a thunderstroke. What might, worthy Sebastian? Oh, what might? No. And yet, methinks I see it in thy face what thou shouldest be. My strong.
Not since Widow Dido's time. Nah, not since Widow.
Fair encounter of two most rare affections. Heaven's grace, heaven's ray.
Let off these grounds. Let's make for this.
Sword Naki.
Dear Principals,
Good lord, what if he had... না এটা ভুল হলো বন্ধ কর
My spirits are nimble. They fare together all as by consent. They drop